What is up everyone? Today we're gonna be working on a 2002 GMC Sierra and I will guide you through the process of replacing the shackles and the leaf spring bushings. You can do this job either in your garage or in your driveway. I have a car in the garage, so I decided to do it in my driveway. We're gonna start off by taking off the wheel, and for that we're gonna be using our impact wrench. That's Leo, my garage buddy. He was so cute. He wanted to see what he could help with and ended up blocking the camera. Let's go under the vehicle and see what we got. Alright, so that's our shackle right there. And there are 2 bolts and 2 rivets. Here I'm trying to take a bolt off, but didn't realize that was the welded nut to it's a welded nut that's on the frame, and I was trying to take it off until I realized that there's a bolt on the other side. So here I am taking off one of the lower bolts, and you have to grab one side of the bolt with a number 10, and then I can't remember what size wrench was that, but basically you hold it with one and turn it with the other. Once I got that bolt loose, I realized that there was no way for it to come out because the frame was on the way. So let's take off the 2 bolts that I was telling you about, and then we're gonna have to use our belt sander and sand off all the other 2 rivets. This is where having a splitting fork will make the job easier, because that way once you get all your bolts and your rivets out, you can use your splitting fork in order to separate the 2 pieces. This is where having a belt sander is going to make the job a lot easier. If you don't have one, head to Harbor Freight and they should sell one for around $100. I had to replace the shackles and the bushings on an older Ford F-150, and I had to drill those rivets out, and that was a pain. Now it's time to install our new parts. I got this kit off of Amazon. It was about $80, and it comes with everything you need, including the bushings and the hardware. So that's your long bolts and your short bolts to install the brackets. Okay, let's go back to the truck. I realized that if you remove the U-bolts and drop the whole axle, you get better access to the bushing, and it makes the job 10 times faster. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this other bracket. It's the same one we removed on the other side, and I ended up starting with the same bolt I did on the other one, and then I was like, oh, that's that bolt that gets stuck on the frame. part where I remove the bushing. I have 2 air hammers, and what I did with one was put it in there, as you can see on the video, to open up that bracket a little bit more, and so that the bushing can slide out easier. And yeah, here we go. Now, here's my bushing, and what I'm going to do with it is I am going to put some grease. That will help when it's time to press the bushing in. Notice that I have my hammer wedged between that opening right there. That's also so that the bushing can slide easier. There it is. The bushing is in. And now we take our hammer out so that we can move into building the bracket. So I just took a picture of the old bracket before I took it off. And I started building the brackets. Here what I did next was I tied a ratchet strap to the leaf spring so that I could lift it up and hold it in place. Once you have the leaf spring up, the next step is to put the 4 little bolts to connect that bracket to the frame, and you should be done. So that's it. That's how you install shackles and leaf spring bushings. Also, let me know down in the comments if you've ever used that air hammer trick. And if you find this video useful and entertaining, I would appreciate it if you give me a like. And don't forget to subscribe for more car related videos. In this channel, I upload how-to videos, tool reviews, car flips, and just anything related to cars. Oh, and by the way, YouTube is testing this new button. It's called Hype. It doesn't appear on all of the videos, but if you see that pop up in one of my videos, I would really appreciate it if you could press that for me. It really helps new content creators like me. I hope you have a blessed day and see you on the next video.